I stole Azurite's shirt. Please don't tell him. We need to fold our laundry and put it away, and we have not. Why can I not I'm just gonna go this way. And we have not, and so I've just been digging from the hamper, and this was on the top. It's super comfy. Oh my goodness, I'm obsessed. But welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. My name is Keeper, and I am the driver of your nightmares. If you see me on the roads, you best be getting off. And today we are starting in Montana at Billings, and we are on our way to Jackson. I think it's Utah. I did not write that down. Oh wait, it says there Wyoming. I was trying to, okay, in the last one, if you watched it, I was like, oh my god, we only have one more city left in Washington. Wrong. I don't know where I got that information from. I was wrong. Pardon me. So anyway, I was like, well, let me find a state that I can finish off, and assuming all goes to plan with getting Jackson, we should finish off Wyoming. So like, I'm jazzed about that, and you should be jazzed. We've got some almond boxes. It says almond boxes. I assume it is boxes full of almonds, but what if it's just like boxes that almonds will eventually be in? I don't know. It's about an 8-hour trip, which is a little bit longer, but barely, than what I've been doing lately. But again, I was just looking for getting new cities. There were a few that were like 12 hours, and I might have gotten extra cities, but it's like so hard to know sometimes. I feel like he was trying to run me off the road. I should fight him. Because sometimes I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna get that city, and then I just like go past it. I like see signs for it, but I never actually like get it. And so like sometimes I'm like, could I like pull into the gas station there, maybe get it? But I don't know. But anyways, I hope you guys are all doing well. We out here vibing and driving today. Been talking a lot about demos and games lately because Steam Next Fest is currently in play, and there's just so many amazing demos that I want to play, and so many games that I'm waiting for. Oh, I think Laurel was a city that we might hit on the way through here. I hope I don't have to stop at the way station. It always harshes my mellow when I have to stop. But anyways, I thought I would, let's put on my light before I forget. Oh, sorry, buddy. I was turning on my light so I could see things. I knew it. Anyway, last night on stream, we had a situation that should have never happened, because there's like some basic streamer etiquette. Okay, so if you don't know, allow me to enlighten you as to like kind of like basic streamer codes of conduct, right? They're not written down, but they're like things that make that are common sense. Okay, if you get follow bot it, if you get hate rate it, if someone comes into your community and goes into your Discord and hate rates in your Discord, don't raid out to another streamer, because if you do that, there's a very good chance that you will bring that situation upon that other streamer. So I got raided last night by someone who, I guess they had someone come into their channel, join their Discord, and post extremely inappropriate comments and pictures using like an application that they like put in. So like even like banning just the one person that was posting it like didn't work. I think from my understanding, they end up just deleting their entire Discord instead of locking it down or anything. So anyway, so they raided over to me, and the person talked in my chat, and they said, oh, you need to ban them because they just came in and they raided my Discord. I blocked them, so I didn't realize they could come, but like they can still come when you block them, or if you say where you're going, they can still follow those things. So but anyways, like even if I block them right away, it doesn't matter, because I have in my about section a Discord link, which is not currently active after this. And so it's just like, it was so unnecessary. They should have just ended their stream, cut their losses, not tried to make new friends. And instead we had to deal with the whole situation, which was thousands of messages in the Discord in the middle of streaming. So like I went on a thankfully I had like 5 mods around at the time who were able to start working on things, and I was just shutting down everything so nobody could see anything, and like we banned the people that were responsible for it, which eventually got rid of the issue. And we also banned the streamer because we discovered, Laurel, because if someone's going to do that once, they may do that again. I've been follow botted before on stream. I have Seribot, which is absolutely amazing, and Seribot nukes like 99% of any bots that you get from follow bots when it's like a follow bot raid. And I have a nice little button. I have one button that I can push to make the sound alert stop when that happens, and then I have one thing I can untick to make it so the follower thing doesn't pop up on the stream, on screen. So like it's perfect. And yeah, like you can't really do anything in chat for the duration of that, which is unfortunate. But I have like safeguards put in place for that. But whenever that's happened, I think that's happened to me twice, I have simply continued stream because it's taken care of. It's not an issue. And I then just end stream and I don't raid out, because even though I have nerfed those people and I have banned them and I have removed them, there is a chance they could still be lurking, and I would feel like an absolute terrible person if I brought that down upon anybody else. The streamer who raided me said, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry, I didn't think it would happen," and then immediately dipped. And leaving like us in the just like the absolute chaos. I'm very fortunate that one of my mods was able to figure out the exact issue and get it cleaned up a little bit faster, but I turned off every single channel in my Discord, so the only thing that anybody coming in could see, because they were awful, everything was absolutely awful. I didn't even see all of it. Azurite alluded to some even worse stuff that was written that I did not see, but a lot of it got deleted once they figured out who it was, and we're finally able to like delete the app thing that was put in place. When like didn't know that external apps were available to use. So we're going through right now. I locked down the server too, so nobody could join and nobody could send DMs to anybody within the server if they didn't already have a previous relationship with them for like an extended period. I put it on for like, initially it was 2 hours, and I put it for like 24 hours because like to give us time to recuperate. I then only had the announcement channel open just so I could let everybody know what was going on. We have since, Azure and I have gone through and we're looking at our security protocols and things and changing things. I'm also getting rid of some channels that like haven't needed to be around for a while and stuff. And we're also trying to figure out what we could do. I realized, obviously it was a panic at the time, but I realized after the fact that instead of shutting down visibility for every single individual channel, I could have done the categories. That would have saved me a lot of time, because it took from the time that it started until the time that I put my face back on screen and ended stream. It was about 30 minutes of like going through all the stuff. I was so grateful for my community who just vibed and chatted and talked throughout the whole thing. They're very understanding and all that jazz. I feel there's this one person, because like the mods were like, time to ban some people, right? Understandably. And this poor one person, they were new to stream, and they'd been there for like a couple hours, so I knew they weren't involved in this thing, and they got banned in the chaos by accident. Sorry. But like they're very understanding, obviously. I'm like, wait, mods, I think they're good, like I think you can unban them. But anyways, it took a lot of time to go through, and we cleared everything up, and so it was only announcements that were available. And then Azurite and I went through together, and we opened up a few of the categories. So we opened up like the welcome category, although at this point I do not have any public Discord link available for anybody to click on for at least this week. I'll probably set up a redeem on Twitch, so if somebody wants to get in the Discord, they can just redeem hey Discord link, and then a mod will generate one for them and send it to them. And then and I don't know if it'll extend beyond that. Like I know a lot of people do that for safety, like you have to spend 1,000 channel points or something to be able to join the Discord. I don't want it to be that cost prohibitive, because there have been places where I'm like, oh, I want to join the Discord, but because it's like I have to sit here and watch for like a really long time and I have to spend this much on it, I'd be like, nah. And so I still want it to be friendly and open and stuff. And we're also looking at, the thing about this is I did and I do have a rigorous setup, so bots and spammers have a hard time getting in, because you go into the channel, it tells you starting here, and then, or it tells you like welcome, and then you have to go to a starting here channel and you have to verify before you can have access to get a role to see the rest of the Discord. So if you are a bot and you are not smart enough to hit that verify button, then you will never get access to the rest of the server. Or if you're someone who's coming to like scam art links, or like try to like promote yourself, the chances are you might not get through there. And so we're definitely speeding. And so it has worked very well, and we've had very few bots and stuff and issues. The problem with this is because it was an external app, they did not need to gain access to the rest of the channels. And it was just like able to go ham. So I don't think, besides the setting that was on that we had no idea was on, besides that setting being off, there was nothing that we could have done to prevent this. The setting is now off for every single role. Can't do anything. I also had a mod who had like basically the same privileges as me. They haven't been around for a while. So I removed them, and now only Azurate's in that role because I implicitly trust him to do what's best by me, and take care of me. Like, even after things, once I end it stream, he was like, there's some things that I can't see, or I'm not sure. He's like, I want to get on your account to check them, but I don't want you to have to continue to see this stuff if it is still here, because it was extremely violating and extremely horrible, and I'm still having a hard time with it right now. Wow, Gas, where have you gone? I got pedal to the metal. There we go, we shift it. And so, like, he just did such a good job of taking care of me. He held me when I was upset. He cooked me food. And today, still having a hard time. We went to the store to get razors, and we forgot razors. We got a bunch of other things we needed, but we forgot the razors. And so he went back to get them. And I was like, hey, if when you get the razors, you want to get me like a little treat, because I'm having a hard time, I won't say no. And he came back with ice cream and chips. So, yeah, but it sucked. And so I'm opening the Discord up in slow stages, not because I don't trust anybody in the Discord, but because I need to do that for me. And I think like that's the most important thing. I had a hard time even sitting down to record today because I'm in the same situation where that very awful violating thing happened. And it was a hard time. We're still having a hard time. It's still very fresh. And so it took me a while, but I'm like, you know, you really love ATS. Why don't you play some ATS? Am I speeding? No, I'm not. Okay, good. And it's been all right. It hasn't been the worst, which has been nice. I've been chatting and vibing and talking about things. I haven't talked about this yet, but now like I feel like we're doing okay. But I'm just so disappointed in that streamer. There's someone in my community who's so lovely, and they're like, I went and checked and they seem like they're a newer streamer. I wonder if they have paid bots to come up their view count, and that is why this happened, you know. Although at the same time, and she's like, I hope not, because I've seen the streamer self-promoting in other channels as well. But like I said, we immediately banned the streamer because no, that is not okay. Because if you do it once, you might do it again, whether intentional or not. Hopefully they've learned their lesson and they will never pull that crap. But I cannot believe, I guess like a lot of people in their chat were telling them to end stream, and I cannot believe that they decided to take that as let's raid out, and nobody told them not to. Like, ugh, gross. So anyways, they're banned, and I don't even feel bad about it. But one of my mods, I guess just before this happened, they were in somebody else's Discord, and the exact same thing happened, and they so they were messaging that person to be like, oh my god, this is happening in your server right now, and then it happened in ours. So it's obviously something that's going around, and as Azurate pointed out, this is the first time anything like this has happened since I've started streaming. I've been follow botted, but follow botting is not the worst. I've been follow botted, and like as stressful and anxious and anxiety inducing as that is. Hello? I have, where are you oh, you're turning. Okay. I have things set in place that it's super inconvenient, absolutely, but it's manageable. And it only affects me and the chat not being able to chat, you know? This is something that like, I'm like, I don't really know what we could do, because someone was like, well, why don't, and I've heard of this, there's other channels where it's like bots only, do not post here. And if you post in that channel, you immediately get banned from the entire Discord. But I'm not sure if that would have worked, because it was like an application running and that I think had to be removed. So anyways, we're looking to that. We've also like done some optimizing in the Discord. So I set up the Discord by myself, and then I had help later. It was definitely a hodgepodge. I didn't trust the categories to sync up to the channels in the categories. And so I did every single channel one by one by one by one by one. As we're starting to open up the categories, we are syncing everything to make it easier to manage across the board. Obviously, there'll be some channels still that will have separate permissions within the categories, but overall they should be pretty comparable. So like we've opened up, like I was saying, like the welcome starting here, announcements I never close because I'm the only person who posts in there. I did learn, I did learn that there were channels where people could post that I previously thought they couldn't post in, so we've got that resolved. I also learned that there were some channels where people could @ everybody, which should not be the case. The only people that should be able to @ everybody are me and my mods. So you know, we'll fix stuff. The server needed to be optimized anyways. Would have liked to do it on my own time, but you know what, we'll get things sorted. This is really pretty, and it will be okay. But like we did that, and then streaming, so I think relate directly to streaming. And then what's the other thing? Community. So like, you know, the chat and everything, so people can chat and post like cute frogs and cute animals and stuff. And then like the sub only, it's actually really funny because when I went through and I nuked it so nobody could see anything, I only nuked it for your basic user and not like the server boosters or anybody who was subbed. But I was like, honestly, again, one, if my servers had been, if my categories had been synced, I could have easily dealt with them a lot faster, instead of like going through every channel one by one and then checking, be like, oh, I missed that, and then checking and then going, anyways. But I could have done that quickly. But also I was like, 35 people, it's fine. Like, worst case scenario, these 35 people see things. But once my one mod figured out what it was, and Azure was like right behind him figuring out what it was, once that got sorted, all the pictures went away, so we didn't have to delete them manually, which was great. All the pictures and all the text went away. We didn't have to delete them manually, which was great because there were thousands. Like, it was going so fast that like everyone was having a hard time banning the people responsible and all that, because it was just moving so fast. Like, even after like some of them got banned, it was still posting. It was a wild time. So we're going through, and like I said, we'll be like slowly reopening things. I've also like, we had a book club thread for a while because we were reading Lord of the Rings, but this was like 3 years ago now. So I just got rid of it because like eventually we might read it again, but I'll just start a new one. And I got rid of, I had a co-working thread, but then I got an actual co-working channel set up where Super Sweet Bot works, so that's good there. So like that, so like we're optimizing and like getting rid of things and stuff. There might be some other stuff that I get rid of too. And then Azure was so kind to sit in a voice chat with me as we did this together. You know, I'm just gonna, as we did it together, so I didn't have to do it alone, because yeah, it's a rough time. But yeah, we also added a new thing. We added a ticket system to the Discord. So I've always kind of like wanted to have a ticket system, but I didn't know how to set it up, because like right now, like obviously like I've got a bunch of mods, and the mods will respond if somebody messages them, but a lot of the times when people have issues, they message me directly. which is okay, but like it'd be nice to have like a system where instead of just messaging some person and hoping they're available, or like going like, hey, at mods, is there anyone here who can help me? Now we have a ticket system set up, so if somebody has an issue or if they have a question or whatever, they can open up a ticket, and then it will create a channel with just them, and it will ping myself, who is the frog mother, Azurite, who I updated his name to the frog father today, and the frog underlings, which are the mods. And it will tag all of us, and then whoever is available can claim that ticket, and then it'll boot everybody else out, so then just that one person can deal with the person and resolve their issue, and then close the ticket. And I think that's great, instead of like reaching out. Are you kidding me? Red light. Instead of like reaching out to nebulous mod and hoping they're awake because like time zones, or reaching out and hoping somebody answers. We got that. So like I think that's really awesome. It's something that I've wanted to do for a while, but I just didn't know how. Azurite got it sorted. I used to be so good at tech and stuff, but like I feel like I just get like overwhelmed by the sheer options of things nowadays, and I just like commit to one thing and then we just go from there. Like for example, I use Streamlabs OBS because OBS, specifically the way it looks, was anxiety inducing for me, which is wild, I know. And I couldn't, the way it looks just grates on me. And so while OBS would probably be better in terms of the practices of the company for one, but also in terms of the resources, I stick with slobs because I've tried to change multiple times. I just get stressed out. I don't want to do meld because now they've got like built-in AI within their system, and like I'm not about that. Like I was like so excited. I'm like, oh, this looks really interesting. Let me try it out. And I tried to switch things and I got like super stressed, and then I found out about like the AI that they've added right into it. And like, they're like, oh, it's fine, but it's generative AI. And like some AI is okay, like the AI that you need for NPCs in games so that they can answer your questions, but it's like human built. Generative AI is just so bad for so many reasons, and I hate it so much, but it's like taking over, and like I feel like there's nothing that we can do about it. And like I feel like I'm standing on this little soapbox island saying don't do it, and so many games nowadays are having AI, and like it's heartbreaking, because like there'll be games I'm like, oh my god, I totally want to play that, and then I go, hold up, wait, and then I Google it, it goes, yeah, AI. There's this one game though, I can't remember what it's called, but it's like one of the Opia games, not Heartopia, but one of those, that one's trash, but one of those ones. And I Googled on my phone, I think it was, and it said there was generative AI in it, but then I Googled on my computer and it said there wasn't, and I'm like, the heck? But yeah, I just tried. There's so many games that don't use AI that, you know, I'm just trying to like avoid it. When I can, as much as I can, for as long as I can. But yeah, so like, you know, I'm feeling better about the Discord. It's going to be a slow reopen, and then this, like I said, this week I'll have it so that if anybody wants to join, they have to ask for a code. We also removed, there were like a bunch of people who had, because so again, when you join when you join my Discord, you have to verify in order to get a role. Once you verify, it gives you the base role that everybody gets. If you do not verify, it does not give you a role, and you cannot see the rest of the Discord. It's a very good safety mechanic. Azurite found like 20 people who had never managed to get a role for whatever reason. And like, if somebody came in to the Discord and I've been talking with them in stream and they seemed legit and cool people, I would give them a role if they forgot to verify. If they didn't seem cool or legit, or I had no idea who they were, I wouldn't bother. Figure it out yourself, bud. And so he went through and he removed all those. And then there were also some that were like flagged as like potential spammers in the past, and so he got rid of those too. So we're more secure. We're safer. I wouldn't mind getting one of those like nuclear options for if a bot does come in as soon as they post in that channel. It just, they're gone. But we'll see. We'll see. and we'll go from there. And if you're dumb enough to post in there when you're not a bot, well, bye. So yeah, we'll see. We will see. I'm feeling, like I said, I'm feeling better about things. I am definitely nervous about going back to stream tomorrow. Obviously, because like, so I dealt with everything, and then I came back on and I was like, here's the situation. That is what has happened. Awful, terrible, no good, whatever. Oh shoot, I should turn my lights before I get a ticket. Awful, terrible, no good, not enjoyable. I think you guys can understand that I'm gonna end stream now. I was just about to end stream 2 was the thing. I was going to go back to, I was in the underground in Palia, playing Hot Pot, and then I was gonna go back to my plot and I was going to end stream. And it was like probably within like 5 to 10 minutes of when I was going to end stream that happened. So it's even more frustrating. And so, yeah, so like I came back on, I was like, hey, here's the situation. Somebody had asked me if I could show them something in Palia. I'm like, I'm so sorry. Next time I'm playing Palia, please just remind me. I will show you that thing. And yeah, and so I was like, here's where it's at. I'm going to go like eat food and stuff and like take care of myself. And, careful, careful. Oh, no. And so like I did that, and it just sucked because like I needed that 30 minutes of when I was dealing with this stuff to like get myself pulled together so that I could end stream without being a mess. But it sucked. And so like now like that's my last like flavor of streaming, and like the last taste of streaming. And even like sometimes when I have taken a couple days off of stream, I'm very nervous to come back because I'm like, oh my god, it's been so long. So I'm just currently trying to figure out, oh hello, this is awful, in terms of not being able to see where we're going. So I'm currently just trying to figure out what's the best game for me to play, or thing for me to do. Like I want to bring back co-working. I don't think I want to bring it back this week though, because there's a couple games I want to play. So I'm like, what is the best thing for me to do that one will have the least chance of somebody who wants to do that showing up? Because I feel like when you're in the more popular categories, that is a chance to happen, which is fine because I play a lot of indie games where typically I'm the only person playing them, so that's cool. And then beyond that, I'm like, what game will make me feel happiest that I can play as I navigate this? I think it's gonna be a rough week, I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm trying to be like honest with myself. Oh, don't be a car. I'm trepidation. There's definitely trepidation there. So like I said, I'm just gonna try to do my best. Everyone has been so kind. I feel so sorry for my mods for having to deal with everything as well. I saw a decent amount of what was going on before Azurite came in and just told me to stop looking, and he said, I will deal with this, don't worry about it. And then like I said, once we got rid of the application, everything went away on its own. Oh god, we were doing so well. But yeah, no, I just definitely like, I definitely will be nervous and like anxious, I think, going back into it, but I think like that's understandable. I have kept everybody kind of up to date on, obviously not specifics, but what happened in the Discord. Said, hey, we're shutting it down for these reasons. This is all you'll be able to see until we have time to get things sorted. And I said, hey, we've opened things back up, but there will not be any public invitations for a while. And we're going to open it slowly because like this is what I need. I didn't say that. I said it to the mods. I said we're opening it slowly, not because I don't trust everybody there, but because this is what I need right now. Because while I don't think it's going to happen, even though like it is going around other Discords, while I don't think it's going to happen again to me, at least in the same capacity, there's definitely anxiety that it's going to happen again in the exact same way. And with all the channels that I have, it would just be devastating again. And so oh god, what if I just scooch past you there, bud? And so oh hello. I don't know where the road is. There we go. And so now we've got the categories synced, so it's really quick that I can just turn everything off. There'd be some things I'd have to fix later when I reopen them, but at least, bam, gone. Nobody has to see anything. And 2, I don't think it will happen in the same capacity. So, like, just fingers crossed. But I'm definitely panicked. I remember the first time not panicked, nervous. I remember the first time I got follow botted, I was just like so stressed out about it. But again, I had quick things to like turn stuff off, and then like just put. It's also important. Okay, so like turn off sound notifications, turn off visual notifications. Oh my god. Oh god. I saw the green thing and I was like, what is the green thing for? It's fine. And then also put yourself in like shield mode, so like people can't. So it's like slow mode and stuff. Like I can't remember what my shield mode is set up to, but I think it makes it so you have to follow for at least a certain amount of time, or you have to be subscribed to chat. It might be subscribers only chat, or even throw it in like emote only chat, like just in case, because are you getting follow botted or are you getting hate rated? Like there's no way to know. And if somebody wants, well, I was gonna say, if somebody wants to like hate raid me and sass me, at least if they have to subscribe, then I get money, except they would just do a chargeback. But yeah, so like I'm definitely be looking into more like security and stuff. And I know Azure has been looking into more security things, because like I would love if Discord had, and I don't know if it's an option, I assume it's not, but it would be great if Discord had just a big pause button or something that you could press to like temporarily suspend your server. Everything stays kosher and how it is. Nobody gets kicked. Yes, we got Jackson. Nobody gets kicked or anything. I thought that was the last one in the state. Nobody gets kicked or anything. I thought I would have got an achievement. And then you can just unpause it when everything's good. Like that would be so nice to have. Just like a nobody can join, nobody can post, etc. But I don't think that's the case. Do you think we can get past this guy? Oh yeah, we can. Is this the intersection? No, the next one. So we're definitely looking at that, or like, oh no. Rude. And like Carlbot is a bot that can like do some things if it's set up. I'm just not sure. Carlbot has been hanging out in my Discord as a sneaky frog since I set it up. Honestly, like when I set up a Discord because people are like, girl, you need to have a Discord. And I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing. And it truly remains to this day that I have no idea what I'm doing. I feel more confident with things as we go on, but I still like very much am like, I don't know what's going on. Ugh. One of my coworkers, technically the lead for the donation duty team that I'm on, very kindly, she knows that life is very chaotic right now. She very kindly sent me a message and said, hey, can I take like a shift or two from you? I know things are chaotic, and give you like some time off. Really? Do you not like your car? And said like, can I take like 1 or 2 shifts from you? And I said things have like kind of settled down a bit more, and like, you know, we'll have like some answers and stuff of things like coming up soon. I will definitely keep it in mind and like talk to Azure and like see, because like sometimes, like I talked about it in like the last part, and sometimes volunteering on Saturdays is just the most inconvenient thing because it's in the middle of the day. And so like if we have things to do and it's like, oh well, 1 o'clock you're volunteering, and like I have a range that I can volunteer for, but 1 o'clock makes the most sense to go in terms of when donation volume comes in. And so it's nice that like she's like willing to take like a shift or 2 for me just to like give me a break. And so I said, I think I'm like, oh, mostly okay right now, but like we're almost there. There we go. But like I will keep you posted, because like definitely sometimes I would just like to not. I was really sick like not last weekend, but the weekend before, and I texted her at like 7 in the morning. No, maybe it was 8, and I was like, I am so sorry to do this to you at late notice, but I'm literally dying and I cannot function as a human, so I can't come in today. All right, we got 13,000 bucks. I want to go here because I swear that was the last one in Wyoming. It was. Maybe get an achievement for like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Maybe got an achievement for like 11. But anyways, we got a state done, which is exciting. Nebraska's done too. I think the song has swear words in it. Kansas is almost done. Maybe we'll work on Colby next time, or maybe we'll try to work on the number of times I've tried to get Lawton. Wild. But maybe we'll work on these because we're getting there. Texas almost done. We should do that maybe. Louisiana getting close. Arkansas done. Missouri almost done. New, so like still really fresh. Nevada's close. California's close. Oregon, Washington, not the closest. We're getting there. Idaho getting close. But anyways, thanks for watching and hanging out with me as I relate the fun thing that definitely not fun thing that happened stream last night. If you have Discord, protect yourself. Make sure you do not allow external apps because that's what screwed us over. But check every single role because they're different on everyone. Subscribe and all that stuff, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.